really, we need businesses to trust us and know that we are putting all of our effort, we are supporting young people in a holistic way and to go on and be upstanding members of the community. Our slogan is to allow young people to belong, contribute and thrive. So they live in this building, they belong here, but also we want them to contribute back to the community and to ultimately thrive.
So my name's Taylor Tookie, I'm the Youth and Community Manager at YMCA in Milton Keynes. My role is to take the great youth work that we do in this building and extend that out into the community. Wall here and stud wall here, make this like a cosy cinema room with the TV.
Oh, cool.
And then you can see we've got gym equipment. They do things like yoga in here, obviously the boxing and gym sessions and things. And then we do actually have a music room, which I'm happy to show you if you like.
The studio in Northampton's got recording equipment, sound booths, podcasting booths, everything. And these guys use it for their filming studio as well.
So we think that mentoring provides them with strong adult positive role models and somebody that they can look up to, somebody that they can rely on, someone that's consistent throughout their life and somebody that they can work with on a regular basis.
Hello, my name is Charlton and I'm a youth ambassador at the YMCA, and I've been brought onto the YMCA by Hospital Navigator Scheme. At the moment I'm finding that with no job opportunities or career roles, young people are finding it really hard to be able to go out into the community, be able to find different people and different places to be able to find that opportunity. The YMCA give opportunities and activities as well. So the opportunities that they'll give is job clubs. They'll also give you a mentor as well, and also do activities for job clubs where they'll be able to apply for jobs, work on their CVs, do practice interviews and things like that. Before I felt really claustrophobic towards getting out into the community, but now that I've been able to do some activities, I've been able to connect with different people and go out into the community more, and also boost up my mental health as well. My social anxiety levels have gone up the rails really.
The biggest problem facing young people, I would say, in the UK and Milton Keynes at the moment is mental health challenges. I think there's been a real decline in mood and mental health in the last few years, potentially to the pandemic. I also think with the growth of social media, it's a kind of isolation. In Milton Keynes particularly, we support a really high cohort of care experienced young people who are then of course vulnerable to those mental health challenges, and also the other side of things, a higher risk of exploitation and offending.
I think there's more than one problem. I think there's three key areas that are big problems in Milton Keynes at the moment. Firstly, the levels of deprivation in various neighbourhoods in Milton Keynes. Secondly, mental health challenges, which we have seen increase rapidly, especially since COVID. And thirdly, the increase of knife crime and violence amongst young people in Milton Keynes. So we work with 120 of these children and young people every week, and we bring them to Ride High and they will follow our weekly programme. And that includes learning to ride and care for horses, and then other activities in our club room which help to promote confidence and teamwork and participation and engagement.
So do you think business has a good perception by young people in Milton Keynes, or do you think it needs to improve?
I think it needs to improve a lot more, because like a lot of youth are not really seeing those opportunities out there. Like we might have those job shows, the job centre, Shore Trust and job clubs all in all, but they're not really out there for the youth to have access to them.
So just before I forget to mention it, there's a guy we're going to interview next. He's based in Northampton, but his organisation is a social enterprise, and it's called In Music in Media. And they have a programme called Musically Unorthodox, which takes young people, particularly those that are NEETs, no education, employment or training, and it gives them a pathway, an introduction into how to make beats, how to mix, how to do everything in a studio.
The biggest issue we see is drugs. So especially outside of the main cities, you've got things like county lines is a really big thing. Gang crime, knife crime, all these things. Again, when you look at the knife crime, a lot of it is still relates back to the drugs. So then, okay, what are they getting out of selling drugs? They're making an income. So then that shows that the biggest issue for what I see working with the young people directly is their access to generating an income. So a lot of the work what we do, even when we're working at schools, there's funding or some sort of source of income what they can get to provide the young people or pay for a course like this. But then once they leave school and they become NEET, you start to realize that there's no funding. My journey was based on, we had to kick down doors. So we had to create our own industry for ourselves. And by that, it kind of put us on the scene. So we kind of forced our way onto the scene. But then, yeah, like if we had this sort of service in place at that time, we could have took it a lot further than we did. But obviously a lot of the energy and time was put into us trying to navigate that direction. So us providing that direction for the young people, it cuts out them that 3, 4 years, 5 years of them trying to navigate their way through, that they can just really get to business, and we can see success in a shorter space of time.
We all know it's very difficult to be a young person.
Financially, emotionally, when it comes to education, jobs, there's so many obstacles for young people. So if we can go some way to combat those issues for our young people, I think that it can only benefit us as a society as a whole.
Spot on.